narcissist and their insincere, their false, their fake apology. Now, when you're dealing with a narcissistic person, the good majority of them will not offer any form of apology, and those who do, it's to meet their own need. It's to get away with their behaviour, it's to avoid consequences for their actions, it's to avoid taking responsibility, it's to further manipulate the situation to their advantage. Narcissistic people are characterised by an excessive preoccupation with themselves, a grandiose sense of self-importance and sense of entitlement, with a lack of empathy to care for how their behaviour affects those around them. And they employ various tactics to manipulate and to exploit so that they can control. And one of these is their one of these is their false apology, to get away with their behaviour if they're being called out on it, or if they're being exposed for it, or if they're suffering a consequences not to their liking, if they've not done with you, entitled to do as they please. They're sorry that you found out, and they often want to make you pay for finding out because they believe that you've betrayed them in some way. And the false apology is a skillful manipulation tactic that allows a narcissist to appear as though they are sorry, appear as though they are remorseful and taking responsibility, while not truly taking responsibility. And it's accompanied with deceit and manipulation. And you can often notice when it's a false apology and the narcissist is coming at you with a false apology, you can sort of stand there thinking, wait, what? Unbelievable. It confuses you because they're not giving that genuine apology. When you feel confused around somebody and you go to communicate your confusion, there might be a debate, might get heated. However, with genuine people, you come to some form of understanding. With a narcissist, you're just going to get more confused. You're just going to believe that you're the one who's going crazy. So a few ways that a narcissist will apologise to you, and one of the first of these is their insincere apology, their shallow apology with absolute no intention of change. This is when they're going to come to you and say, I'm sorry, I'll change. Yet they've no intention of changing. I'm sorry, I'll go to counselling. They've no intention of going to counselling. Or if they do go to counselling, they find a way to blame you, or they go on and claim it's just not for them. They tried their best. Or the next false apology is one where they will shift the blame onto you or onto somebody else. So if they've been cheating on you, they'll turn on that charismatic charm to a stranger so that that stranger is pulled in by their lies and their charm, and then they will claim that the stranger was just so happened to be obsessed with them. Or they will accuse you of not paying them enough attention. And it doesn't matter how much attention you pay a narcissist, it's never enough. So they'll turn around and say, I'm sorry, if you'd have paid me more attention, I wouldn't have to go elsewhere. They will gaslight you by denying all knowledge, by saying things such as, I'm sorry for what you think I did. So they're not taking responsibility, they're shifting it over to you. They will play the victim to get away with their behaviour. They will go all out to claim that you need to do something in return. So there's some form of condition to their apology. I'm sorry if you pay me more attention. So they're looking for you to pay them the attention that they believe that they're entitled to. There's the backhanded apology where they will just turn around and say, I'm sorry, I forgot you were perfect. So call them out on some form of behaviour and they'll just twist it straight onto you. I'm sorry, I forgot you were perfect. And then you find yourself feeling bad, you find yourself defending yourself to them, you find yourself giving them a little bit too much information about why you're not perfect, and they use those imperfections against you. There's the forced. So in front of other people, they might apologise to look good in front of those other people, not because they sincerely want to apologise to you. There's the one where they're going to deflect the focus. So they're going to come at you with, I'm sorry if you hadn't, I wouldn't. I'm sorry, but if you didn't. Again, shifting the blame while deflecting the focus onto somebody else. They might come at you with the guilt trips. I'm sorry you know what I'm like. I'm sorry you know what I've been through, to get you to feel bad for them. Or they will completely dismiss your feelings and just claim, I'm sorry you feel that way. Now, we are often taught that when a narcissist is trying to guilt trip you, to say, I'm sorry you feel that way. And this is usually because you are genuinely sorry that they feel that way. This is why you're feeling compelled into helping them, because you feel bad and you feel guilty when they're just trying to manipulate you, because they lack the empathy to care about your values and your beliefs and who you are as a person. So when you say, I'm sorry you feel that way to a narcissist, it's usually when they're trying to guilt trip you. When a narcissist is saying, I'm sorry you feel that way, they've usually done something to hurt you and they're taking no responsibility for it whatsoever. They will also apologise with that self-pity, where they just, oh, I'm sorry, I knew you didn't care about me. I knew it would end up like this. I'm sorry, I thought you were different to the rest. So they're internally struggling, which they are, but they don't want to take responsibility. When it comes to failures, mistakes, errors in judgment, we're all more than capable, and we all usually have on more than one occasion. The key is to learn from it, and how you learn from it is by taking responsibility. Narcissistic people aren't going to take responsibility. They're going to look to shift the blame. In order to take responsibility, you need to be able to recognise. Narcissistic people don't recognise an issue within themselves. They project this out and recognise it in everyone around them. To genuinely be sorry, you need to feel remorseful. They lack the empathy to feel remorseful. They don't care. They're just interested in getting their own needs met. And to offer a genuine apology, you want to repair the damage. They're not interested in repairing anything. They're interested in getting away with their behaviour. And to offer a sincere apology, you wouldn't repeat that behaviour. A narcissistic person, because they fail to recognise, because they fail to take responsibility, because they don't feel remorseful, they don't want to repair the damage, therefore they will repeat time and time again. Now, when it comes to people in general, when somebody makes a mistake, if they've made that mistake in all their prior relationships, there's a bit of a pattern there that's who they are. Those who come to you through cheating often leave you by cheating, although you often don't know that they were cheating when they were getting with you. So if it's a repeat pattern of behaviour, is who they are. If you can recognise that pattern they've had in other relationships, it can be who they are. Now, if it's new to you, we're capable of making a mistake. It's take things slow and get to know them. And if you forgive them and give them another chance and they repeat that behaviour, that's who they are. They're not going to change. It didn't change the first time. They're not going to change the second or third. On the third, they're just going to continue exploiting you and taking advantage of you. A changed behaviour comes with taking responsibility. A genuine apology, should I say, comes with taking responsibility and a change in behaviour. It comes with, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to hurt your feelings. It's I am sorry. A narcissist, it's I'm sorry you, I'm sorry but, I'm sorry if. There's rarely to never an I'm sorry I, and there's rarely to never an apology from a narcissist in the first place. If there is one, it's just further manipulation. They don't change, they just find new ways to lie to you. If anyone has any thoughts on this video or any false apologies they notice, please do put those into the comments for people reading through. Thank you very much to all the returning subscribers, and your continued support with the channel is greatly appreciated. If you are new to the channel, I'm Elizabeth Shaw. This channel is all about narcissistic behaviour, to give you more understanding of the people you might be dealing with within your life, how to handle yourself around those people if you cannot go no contact, and different methods to find what works for you to help you understand and overcome narcissistic and emotional abuse. If you do find the information not helpful on the channel, please do subscribe. If you are looking for further help and support in understanding and overcoming narcissistic and emotional abuse, I do have several online guides available, and those teachable links are in the video description. If you're looking for someone to speak to or have partners with better help, and their sponsored link is also in the video description. I do also have a couple of books out on Amazon, 15 Rules to Deal with Narcissistic People If You Cannot Go No Contact, and a Narcissists Handbook, which is the ultimate guide to understanding and overcoming narcissistic and emotional abuse, if you'd like to go and check those out. Go out there and create the day that you deserve, because you do deserve to have an amazing day. Bye.